Have a story to tell? I believe you. Ghost, cryptids, the unknown. Let's talk about it. This is my GhostCast. Hey guys, welcome back to my GhostCast. It's your host, Therese Gonzalez. Today, we got a small intro into a group that we're going to be looking into. They are called GenX Paranormal. I know them through a couple of friends of mine. I usually meet on the other side of Houston because Houston's a big ass place. So it's Aaron and Mikey. What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy. How you doing, man?
Good. And we also have a couple of friends of theirs or participants in their group, also known as Huggee, and we have Jamie in today's session.
So, how you doing, guys? Glad to be here.
Cool. All right. So got a couple of questions for you guys. I'm going to introduce you guys to my audience, and we go from there. I'm interested definitely in what they're doing, and I want you guys to kind of hear what they're doing. Those of you guys who might be looking for help, and what have you. All right. So what is GenX Paranormal about, and what's your goal and mission?
So I would say I need to start with the theory on energy and how everything is energy. Evil, good, there's just all types of energy out there. And we know that energy can't be destroyed, but it can be displaced, can be changed. What GXP does is we actually capture the energy, evil energies, and we put them in a safe location where they no longer affect people. And that leads over to what our goal is and whatnot. But ultimately, we're here to help people. We're not afraid to dance with the dark, and we take a very different approach. So, and we don't make nothing off of it. We just do it just to try to help in a world of chaos, try to bring a little order.
A little amen to that. That's for sure. A lot of stuff everywhere. There's a lot of dark stuff that's coming out, and it's making itself known in a way I've never seen it. What's you guys take on any of that? Pretty much anybody with any common sense can see the unbalance, that there's more chaos nowadays than there ever was in our lifetimes. Wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, definitely. Most definitely. So we try to bring in, we're trying to bring it more balanced, like the yin and the yang, right? Or yin and yang. And right now it seems like everything's more in the yang perspective. Yeah. And we're trying to bring back more balance. And that would ultimately be the mission, to try to bring more balance back. But the goal, I believe the goal is out there to really help people and help change the world. Even if it's on our little corner. That makes sense.
Absolutely makes sense. That's what you guys are doing is really neat, because it's something that Aaron and I were talking about it, and it connected with a lot of my old memories. I've been, as most of my life, I've kind of been put in impromptu all the time. It's like, hey, nothing. Here we go. I'm thrown into a situation, and I've had to put it together. And I really like that you guys. I guess maybe that's a signature of maybe Gen Xers. We're always thrown in just jacked up situations. They're like, all right, fix it, or get yourself out. And I like y'all's approach. That what Aaron was telling me you guys do is really neat. So who are you guys, and what roles do y'all guys play within what you guys do?
Go ahead.
Or introduce yourselves and kind of go, okay, I do this.
I'll go first. I'll be the one that goes first since I'm not here for very long. I am kind of Aaron's sidekick in a way when it comes to how we do our harvests. I also help them, of course, with different types of research and whatnot. But the old, I guess, ways that Aaron and I go about doing our harvests when it comes to trapping the negativity, evilness, with whatever you want to call it. I kind of help amplify his side of things as well as provide protection for the rest of us. And then now you can go.
Yeah, I would say, just to elaborate what she says, harvest, that's what we call it when we take that evil entity out of the area. But anyway,
I really like that name. I like the way you guys put that.
Yeah, you'd really like what Aaron named where we put him. He called that the Infernal Grove. So, but I'm kind of the guy who collects information, personal material if we know exactly what we're going after. Do a little bit of research, keep everybody level-headed. I was the one that was the skeptic when I came in, and I'm no longer a skeptic now. Like quite a few stuff happened to me, so yeah, I just try to keep everybody anchored, because you know those guys, you've known them for a long time. They get pretty crazy, and especially when they're going to war and going to battle, they think they can take on anything. And I'm like, oh, let's hold up, let's think about this for a minute. Let's have a strategy. That's my role.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, there's always got to be someone that says, I wouldn't do that shit for y'all. You better think twice. Better think twice about that. Wait, what? Yeah. You don't be caught on camera where it's like, it was at that time that I realized I fucked up. It was at that moment.
Oh, sorry. Before they start, I'm going to go ahead and say bye to everyone. So,
Bye,
thank you, Jamie.
Bye, Miss Jamie. You're awesome. Stay awesome, homie.
Be safe.
Always.
Huggalicious, right, man.
Look at that. You got the whole screen, buddy.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. Okay. Next.
All right. What do you do?
Oh, I build the stuff they need built. So the container that we actually transfer the energy into, I build it, and then I give it to him, and he carves and creates the whole thing. He's kind of like the expert of creepy stuff.
That makes sense in more ways than you.
Yeah.
I've seen him hit people, so.
I'd rather be hit than let him grab me. I'll tell you that. Oh God.
All right, Aaron.
So I help with the containers, I do research on what to put on these containers. Every container is specific to every project. There's not one size fits all. Everything is designed for that battle that we do. And then I perform the harvest with Jamie and the guys, and that's what we do. We try to some of this stuff, we understand that you take on personal, we take on personal problems and things, taking on this duty, but we do it for the betterment of mankind. So that's what my part is, the harvester. So.
We do it because that's what GenX does. You know, we're battlers, but we love our fellow brother.
Yep.
So we go to battle to protect our fellow brother. That's what GenX is all about.
We're tired of seeing all this bull crap going on right now, and we're like, you know what? We can either sit on our couch, watch TV, and just shake our heads like everybody else, or we can get off our ass, try to do something to help. And since we help the world around us in our small world, but this is the way we try to help in a bigger viewpoint.
That's pretty badass, man. My hat's off to you guys.
On this very first episode of Order and Chaos.
I mean, we're basically doing a test between the science and parapsychology.
Oh, look how crusty that is. That is nasty shit.
We're going to be following around the GenX crew as they attempt to harvest and capture the spirit of the infamous serial killer, Dean the Candyman Coral. So sit back and relax as we figure out what's in the box.
Another question would be, how did you guys get started, and how did this all get started?
I'd like to take that one.
Yeah, guys.
So Aaron comes up to me one day and he says, "Hey, you want to help me with a little project?" I said, "Oh, yeah, what's this project?" He goes, "Well, you know how funny Mikey is. I want to take him and put him in the scariest place and put a camera on him and then fuck with him and see what happens." I said, "Well, that would be a damn sure funny show, but I don't know if I don't know if I want to do that or not." And so it just started as a discussion of, well, what can we do? Let's do this, let's do that, whatnot. And it ended up that Aaron says, "Well, let's go catch demons and evil spirits." And Mikey and I are like, "Hell no, you're freaking crazy." So we tried to do everything else that we could. Well, let's just do some investigations, or let's go check out Sasquatch or an alien or something like that. It didn't matter what we tried to do through us. It directed us to what we're doing now. Every time we tried to stay away from it, it kept directing us and directing us and directing us. And so finally we just gave in and said, okay, this is what we do. And over time we've perfected our technique. Everybody's found their roles. We all come from a different set of ideals and niches, and we all bring something to the table, and it all just works as a coherent group to get the job done.
That's badass. I said, well, so perhaps it's one often meets his destiny on the road they took to avoid it, huh?
Right.
It's like, you're like, no, Sasquatch, demons. No. All right, it's demons, man. We keep ending up here.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. Like we were shooting a little intro for the show for the YouTube channel that we were trying to get started with the investigation, and they were like, well, they called this place and this place, like, no, you can't film there, and all this other stuff. And then I was like, well, hell, why don't we find a serial killer? So I literally Googled serial killers near me, and this guy came up, and he literally was like a mile away from where I grew up. He died a year before I was born, and we said, well, hey,
And I take lunch with him every day.
Yeah, and he takes lunch like 200 feet away from it every day.
So I like taking lunches in cemeteries. They're nice and peaceful and shady. And yeah, it turned out he was buried 200 feet from where I've been taking lunch for about 10 years.
They're like, sandwich?
I was like, there's that asshole.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So me and my wife, he actually died in our hometown here, around here. And so me and we went to try to interview the people that live at the house where he died. And come to find out, they were really seriously being plagued. And, but the problem was they only spoke Spanish. And I don't speak no Spanish. So I had to get my wife to come translate for me. And, boy, you would be surprised some of the stuff I found out. I mean, these people, dude, they were been plagued. And then we did our thing, and I went back to check with them. And they shooed me off, and we're like, we just want to heal and get right from it. So I haven't heard any complaints since. So
That's pretty badass. You know, again, man, you know, you guys are badass and brave doing that. You know, yeah, having lunch with serial killer. Yeah. It comes back around, right? Destiny.
Yeah. It's like Huggee said, man. The universe was like, oh no, y'all get y'all's asses over here. GenX gonna need to do something to try to make things right in this world. So you can get to work.
And that's another thing, Threads. Any and every time we've gone on one of our missions, something terribly goes wrong. And it's just, we accept it, and in full GenX style, we work around it, we persevere, we bust through it, you know? And every time we have a good story because something happened, you know? If everything goes perfectly, nothing happens, what kind of story do you have?
That's true, right? There's always stories in battle, right? In adversity is where we find life's not so boring, right? Thrive in the chaos, perhaps sometimes.
Oh yeah. Oh oh wow, the stories. Oh my goodness. Gracious.
Yeah, I got to bring you guys back to where you can tell some stories.
Yeah.
What makes you guys work? What makes your group work?
I'd say the warrior spirit, along with all of us being different, but working together, has made us adaptable. And because we learn from mistakes and we move on and we adapt, that makes us pretty strong.
Plus, the three of us have been friends for 30 years, so we kind of trust each other.
Some more than others.
Yeah, and Mikey and I have a saying: we trust Aaron with our life, but not our well-being.
Yeah. Our first little adventure via his plan was I was gonna be in the bathtub in the Hotel Galvez with Ouija board underwear and a Ouija board on my lap, videotaped in the dark. And I was like,
in the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
Where
in
she-
the bathtub where she hung herself. And I was just gonna, that was just gonna be his idea. And I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Got Mikey all kind of messed up. And then Brandon, Huggee, Huggee set the limits. He's like, I ain't doing no Ouija board. And so Aaron looked right at me and went, oh, he ain't doing it. So you know what that means. And I was like, what does that mean? You got to. And I was like, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Oh, hell no.
And then I was like, here's a 6-pack of Dr. Pepper and some cigarettes. He's like, all right, I guess we can talk about it.
Yeah. He knows the way to my heart.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper, man. I always think I have Dr. Peppers here in my thing as well. But no, that's pretty neat. 30 years of friendship, man. That takes a lot of nurturing, you know? Either that or you have a lot in common. It's like, hey, guess what? Hey, you want to go kick that dude? Yeah, let's go do it. That sounds like a great idea. Me and my friends are still like that. Some of the guys I've been friends with, man, since we were kids, they were skeptics, and they too wind up coming over to this side. If you watch some of the adventures with Joshua Renee, that was pretty intense, and that was in Corpus, and we went through about 2 or 3 different things. But one of them, you know, I got to do the rest of the story. I haven't told it on here, but I almost died on that. You know, I made that mistake of not knowing I was messing with, and I wind up going, yeah, you want to mess with somebody? Mess with me. It was at that moment Perez realized he fucked up.
Oh, don't worry. We got a plot twist on that you'll never see coming.
It was one of those where...
Yes.
It's like jumping the fence and you hear that quiet German Shepherd in the background just going, grrr. And you're just like, oh no. Oh no. This is not.
That's pretty awesome. All right, so last question. What makes GXP different than all the other folks?
I got a slogan I like to use before they elaborate on that. So we take an outside the box approach to put it in the box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
You know, Aaron and Mikey can elaborate on that, you know.
I guess what makes us different is well, first off, the intention. Our intention is to help people. Our intention is not to investigate and go, oh yeah, you're haunted. All right, peace. Chunk-a-doo, see you later. You know, no, we're there to help people. And even if there's nothing that we can do, we can, you know, at least doing this with you and maybe hopefully meeting other like-minded people, maybe we could just send them to somebody. If we can't help, maybe we can send them to somebody where they can get help, you know? And then Aaron said it earlier, the energy.
Yeah, that's the idea behind the show, is, you know, also to scare the crap out of kids. The form of the classroom management, if any of the administration's watching. Yes, kids, the stuff under your bed is real.
Yes.
Especially you. You know who I'm talking about. The kid always acting up, yeah. No. But
Yeah.
I appreciate that you guys are out there, you know, trying to make a difference. There's more spectators. I don't know if you guys noticed this too. There's more spectators than players these days.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Very
with all
much.
the evil stuff going around.
Well, that's why we work on trying to be the monsters the demons are afraid of. Okay, we take a different approach completely, and we have a much higher success rate than we do failure rate. Probably more like 95% success rate so far. Now, everything we're learning, but I am not going to sit by, let evil unbalance this world without trying to do something. To my last breath, to all our last breaths, try to do something to help what everybody in this whole world right now can feel. They can feel it going on. So the sleepers are waking up, and we're gonna get our hands dirty.
That coincides with the Edmund Burke quote, you know. the only triumph of evil, or the necessity for the triumph of evil, is for good men to do nothing.
That's right.
And that's why I really appreciate what you guys are doing. Is there anything that else you guys would like to tell the audience, or or parting message, what have you?
So,
Go ahead.
Who's going? Paper, rock, scissors?
Go.
Okay. But what I'd like to say before Huggee speaks is that we appreciate people like you, Therese, that get us out there, because we're not doing this for anything other than to help people. And people don't know you're there, and it doesn't do no good. So that's all I'd like to say is thank you for being there and doing what you do.
Got you, brother.
Yeah, you kind of stole my thunder there, Aaron. I was going to tell Therese something along the same lines. The more of us that take an active approach and talk and compare notes, and the better off we're all going to be. No matter what approach you take to this problem that's plaguing everyone, every contribution matters. So you bringing people together and awakening people is just as important as us putting something in a box and containing it so it doesn't hurt anybody. And I'm grateful that you had us on your show. And hopefully we can all help a lot of people.
Yeah. And
Thanks, Huggee.
fuck that. People shouldn't be afraid. People shouldn't be afraid to fucking say something if they're hurting. It doesn't matter if they're plagued, paranormally or just mentally. People need help, and they need to not be afraid to ask people. There's no shame in needing help. We all get down. It's what we do with getting down, getting back up. That's what's important. Everybody gets knocked down. Martial arts taught me, you know what martial arts taught me? How to take an ass whooping and get back up. And that's it. And life sometimes gives you that ass whooping, but you got to get back up. And that's what we're trying to do, is help people get back up and not be plagued. And like I said, fuck that. People shouldn't be afraid to ask for help with anything.
Guys, I'm so glad I had you guys on the show. We'll be, is there a way anybody can reach you? Is there a phone number, email address, website?
Yeah. We have an email address of genxparanormal@gmail.com. We have a website, genxparanormal.com. We have a YouTube channel. They're all the same name. TikTok, hit us up any way you can if you need help, and we'll get back to you.
We're even on Facebook.
I'm gonna post all you guys' stuff when this airs. I'll have it in the notes and put links on that. So, all right, gentlemen.
You're the man.
Thanks, guys. I'm glad you're on the show. I'm gonna put some clips here of there of you guys' YouTube channel. I'm gonna place it inside the thing, inside the links and what have you. So, again, guys, thanks for watching. This is my GhostCast. If you like what I'm doing and like to help out and join the fight, like, share, subscribe, and don't forget. Also, you can help me out so I get better equipment at the Patreon at myghostcast.com. And guys, we'll see you later.
All right, my friend.
All right, brother.
All right.
Be around.
Again, you're watching my GhostCast.
That is totally cool when you say it like that.
There's an old saying by John Locke. The only necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. I hear that the actual original quote is a lot longer, but I think that makes it a shorter version to get to the point. Well, that quote reminds me of Aaron and the boys from GenX Paranormal. Those guys are pretty awesome. Stay tuned for more episodes. with those guys that are coming up. I also want to make an apology. Sorry, we've been out of touch, out of tune with everybody. More episodes coming up. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You're watching my GhostCast.